Hi everybody, this is Kat, Walk It Out in 1963. Okay, I was asked, this is the first time I've ever been asked to give a tutorial. Yay! I'm excited that somebody actually wanted to see something I do. Okay, I was asked how I created the fairy with the line art and stuff. We're not going to do her because she takes literally about a week and a half to do. And this, I'm going to do a little short one, but the only thing is I'm on my cell phone and I do not have a camera and I do not know how to edit from my cell phone. So, just bear with me, okay? What you'll need is, you'll need the color of clay that you're going to be using. My colors are going to be black, white, and red. You gotta make sure that they're really conditioned and everything else before you use them. They've got to be really soft, and if you have to, you can get some Sculpey softener, clay softener, to make them even a little bit softer, because you're gonna have to be able to smooth them out really smooth to make this front look like that. Okay, then you've got to pick a picture. Okay, I prefer a good picture with a really heavy dark line, and you trace over. Yes, this is my Hello Kitty coloring book, and look what I got today. Yay! Ross, $6.95. Okay, but they had Jelly Bellies. They were good. I shouldn't be eating them. But anywho, okay. You got to get something with a really thick line to it, because you're going to have to, if it's your first time, you're going to prefer to have a thick line. That way you can be able to work with it. And this one here, I used a clay excluder to get that really thin biscuity line. So, and that took a long time to do it. And you gotta get some tracing paper, like I said, if you don't want to tear up your book or anything, which I don't tear up my books because I've got a million coloring, about 200 coloring books dating back to, oh my gosh, when I was a child. I still got some of my very first coloring books when I was very little, and now I use them to make these little pictures that I make, because I love the way the old drawings looked back then. But anywho, and that was like 48 years ago. Yes, I'm old and I got coloring books. Oop-de-doo. But, okay, back to the subject, shiny object. But anywho, okay, you need to trace this down. And once you get this picture traced, the picture that you want traced, you need to get your glass pan or a piece of glass that can go in the oven. Now, I have 4 sets of the Pyrex pans. I've got the huge set, I've got the big baking one, then I've got the next smaller one, and then they go down, and I've actually got one a little bit smaller than this one for like when I bake smaller cookies and resin, well, not resin, but clay pieces. Okay, then you're going to take your piece and you're going to secure it to the bottom of your glass pan with tape. But you got to remember, you're going to take the tape off when you bake it. Now this part here, I'm just starting it. So when I'm finished with it, I'll do some of it now, because I do not have a camera person and I am using only one hand to do this. So what you need to do is you take your clay and kind of like sit above your project, and you're going to form your clay to the shape that it needs to be in. That little corner there, just take it and pinch it like that, and as you can see, it's already starting to form that shape all the way around. Press it down a little bit to make it a little flat. You might have to manipulate it a little bit. That's a big word, but sorry, but you gotta push it down a little bit, manipulate it around as so. And also, if you're gonna do a multicolored one, this has only got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Okay, so I didn't have to color all this because I already know what colors need to be here. But with the other one, I had to label the colors and everything else. And then for the whiskers, just take your line, take some clay, and put it back over that. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably smooth that out as I get to it to make it look a little bit better. Like I said, it's hard to do this when you've got one hand doing it. And so, and then tomorrow I'll probably, this video will be up tomorrow. It's not going to go up tonight. So this will be part 1. But do you see how that's turning out right there on the side of the whiskers? It's not as hard as what some people would take it. It can be, but honestly, it's not. It's pretty easy. It really is. Now for the eye, I'm using silver and black clay that has been mixed. For the eye, get you a little ball, roll it around, and shape it. Okay. Now remember, this pan is going to be, this pan is going to be your canvas. This is what this will not come up until after you have baked the whole process. And you're going to have to fill all this in with clay. It's like I said, you want to get your clay as soft as you can. I mean, this is like, it's really super soft. So but that's how you basically get your line done. And as you can tell, the Hello Kitty will not take long to finish. I think the most difficult part of this whole thing is actually going to be the bow with the curving, because you're going to have to follow it first on the outside like so, and then you're going to have to come in and add a few pieces. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, you're going to pinch right there, come up, but do you see how that's done? I pinched it, I came up, pinched it, and I'm going to pinch it again to add that little indent of the bow. And then you're going to have to break out maybe 1 or 2 of your tools if you have them, your smoothing tools, which I'll leave you looking at that while I grab these, which I have these 3 that I use. These are my best friends when it comes to working with my polymer clay. These were the best investments that I had ever gotten for my clay. And you know, you can do a Skinner blend in here, and you can do all kinds of colors. I mean, your work is only as good as your imagination is. but I'm pretty sure that you all have got the gist of all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, because I'm like running out of my string of clay. I'll go ahead and do the nose to show you how you can do the nose. All it is like you make a donut. Now this is where your little my nose, she's got a runny nose. Okay, I'll stop. I know some of you are probably sick of my sense of humor, but now watch. This is going to be her nose. You take her nose, put it down there. This is already 10 minutes, so I'm going to hurry up. And there's her nose. Well, it'll be her nose once I get done it and I shape it a little bit more. It looks like it's off, but from where I can see it, it's really not, because it gets a little confusing. It's like working in a mirror image, having a mirror underneath you, because it's going to magnify it and make it look a little strange, because you've got this drawing, then you've got the clay, and then you've got the shadow. So you've got 3 things going on that you can't try to skip over one, and the shadow will throw you off. And you've got to kind of like, when you do it, you've got to kind of like look down from the top, because if you see, you'll see it, and you will not hardly see any of the outline of the drawing, the tracing that I had done earlier. But you'll see where all the shadow is from the piece. But okay, this is the part 1. This is 12 minutes, and tomorrow hopefully I can show you how to fill in the red, the orange, and possibly part of the white, but I'll do the 2 smaller pieces first. Thank you. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And before I go, I got a mold, a resin mold, and it's very, very thin. If anyone knows how I can keep it from making it look like she's been punched in the face and beat up, if you can tell me how to fix that in my mold. And my mold is kept in, I keep this one in a shoebox. It's very, very thin. It's like paper thin. And I just want to know how I can keep it from getting, it's my first Hello Kitty mold, and I was able to make one good one, and the rest of them, it kind of looks like she's been punched in the face. So, if anyone knows how to fix that, please talk to me. Please, talk to me. Talk to me, man. Please write, subscribe, and comment, and have a good time. Bye, everybody.